Hey, it's nighttime, so I'm gonna keep down the volume, but Saint Maud basically came out today, or at least it came out to streaming services like Hulu and Amazon Prime, so I finally got a chance to watch it, even though the movie's 2 years old, which is insane. That didn't come out to physical in that time, or streaming in that time other than Epix, but you need a subscription to Epix, which I do not have. So I finally got a chance to watch it, because I'd been wanting to watch it for literally years and I was very pleased with it, even though the trailers spoiled way too much. Uh, and it what didn't get spoiled, I found predictable. Kind of the same thing with the Snyder Cut. This movie is exceptionally well made. It has great performances. It definitely has like a British horror flavor to it, but it's very soft horror. It's not trying to scare you. It's more concerned with being like The Vitch, where it's more concerned on having a slow, grueling pacing where it steadily increases the tension, and it's more focused on the atmosphere and the character building and just kind of psychologically toying with you. So it does a lot of that, and then it mixes that with sort of the psychological tensions of Black Swan and a lot of similar, like, subject matters in that film that I don't want to get into for fear of spoiling the movie for you, because this is another movie where it's best going into it blind. And it's one that you want to stick with because the ending's the best part for sure, and it does take a bit of time to get up to that point, but it's good. I don't know if it's quite as good as people said it was. Like, it's not as good as Hereditary, which people said was as good as Hereditary, and it really isn't. But it's another worthy entry into the A24 catalog. It's just that the other movies that was advertised as being as good as being, it isn't. But it's still more than close enough. It's still very good. I really enjoyed the cinematography. It was kept at a brisk 80 minutes, which is nice. It never outstayed its welcome because of that. I just wish that they delved into the main character's backstory a little bit and kept the ending a little more open ended and ambiguous. Because there was only one way to read the ending, how I saw it, anyways. And I just wish that they would have left it so that way there were multiple possibilities to explain everything that you'd seen. But it's like, nope, there's really only one way to explain that, unlike the other entries in A24 movies. And it totally works until literally the final frame of Saint Maud, in that you can interpret it multiple ways. So that's like, well, alright, but it's fine. The one that they stick with is fine. It's just I like having that interpretability for rewatches. But if you're gonna pick any of them, this is the most unique one, and from the trailers, most unpredictable one to pick to have your movie be about. Yeah, it's just I wish we could have understood more about the character leading up to that twist ending. Because then I feel like it would have establish the ending's twist a little better and made it feel like less of a gotcha moment. But that being said, everything that's there is still very good. It was interesting seeing the development of the main character from like this very likable saint-like person from when you first meet her to like there's something definitely wrong with her in like the by the time you reach like the 20-minute mark. And then by the 30-minute mark, you're like, okay, now she's like a completely different person from when you've originally met her. And just this progression of the more time you're with her and she's still likable, she completely transforms over the course of the film, which I mean she even says that like she's transforming in the movie, but in a completely different way than she intends that she means in the movie is how I'm referring to it. uh but yeah, it's very interesting uh subject matter that the movie uh delves into. uh I'm trying to think like how I feel about the movie's depiction of religion. It's it's respectful enough, I guess. I don't know if it would really offend anyone cuz it doesn't seem to. Yeah, I think it's fine. I don't think it treats anyone poorly on either side of the barrier. Uh I think it's like respectful to the religion, but also respectful to the people that don't believe in it as well. it very much maintains like a balance. It's interesting. And that also there's that aspect of like, is the movie gonna like uh is it going to be real within the movie's universe, or is it not going to be real in the movie's universe, or is there going to be some like very creative, very A24 alternative to these that's going to be the case, or is she just going to be wackadoodle crazy, like just misery psychopath? Well, you don't know until like the end of the movie. So it's fun like trying to play that game in your head, and I got spoiled for me.